I'll switch on. Yeah.
Now, we need the master switch on to check fuel gauges. They're electrical gauges. Okay. Check vehicle obstructions and lower the wing flaps. So mind your head there. They're electrically operated flaps.
All the way down.
All the way down. Infinitely variable between 0 and 40 degrees. We just checking they're going down together. There's no audible noises, and we're going to leave them down so we can check them on our walk round. Low volt warning light and serviceable. So we're using the nav lights. So while I've got the master on, I just check we've got a red light here.
And a green the other
Green on
side.
the other side, and we've got a white light at the back here. Okay, so they're all working.
Check.
Master switch off.
Off.
That way we don't flatten the battery. Or
Yep.
whatever. Ignition switch, check they're off, and the keys out. Fuel selector is on both.
Yep.
First aid and fire extinguisher, the fire bottles here, that's serviceable. First aid kit's in the back.
Okay.
External check. I haven't got any of those on at the minute. Static vent here for the altimeter.
Yep.
Cowlings, well, it's getting a bit tired. Got a few fasteners missing, but they're hanging in there. Nose gear. Oleo. A little bit flat, wants to be 3 inches, but let's give that a bit of a... Yeah, that should be fine. Torque links. Still attached, bolts and nuts and pins in place. Steering linkage. General condition of the tyre, it's not flat, it's got plenty of tread on it. Okay. Then I go around the other side. Bolts, nuts and pins. That's the shimmy damper and another steering linkage there. A lot of nose wheels, they don't bother with a creep mark on the tyre because mainly creep's going to affect the main wheels rather than the nose wheel.
Okay.
But this one's got a creep mark, this needs repainting. Engine. Intake's clear. Okay, the cooling air intakes, no bird nests or anything up there. Filter. Well, it's got a bit of glass on it, but it's, you know, not unserviceable. Alternator drive belt is there. Propeller condition, spinner security. So the propeller, no big dents
Gashes
or
in
tears
there. Yeah.
and spinner's not about to fall off.
That's
Well,
reassuring.
I think. Yeah, it's just under 5. Be okay for our purposes.
Okay.
Needs a quart for the next flight. First flight of the day. I'll drain a little bit of fuel out. Just basically pull that, and there's a little bit drops out there.
To make sure it's.
So, yeah, because it's flown today, didn't really need to do that.
What's this thing?
That's the air intake for the cabin air,
Okay.
just for fresh air in the cabin.
Okay.
Should be done with that. Starboard fuel tank, fuel quantity, cap secure. Okay, just put the dipstick in, wait till the waves all slow down a bit. That's got 60 litres in.
Alright.
Probably got similar in the other side. 120 litres. Wingtip. Nav light we already checked.
Yep.
Okay. Starboard aileron, just checking full and free movement. Okay, we've got 3 hinges, 3 balance weights, and an actuator rod. Starboard flap. It's supposed to have a bit of play in it. It's got 2 tracks, each with 2 rollers. Just make sure they're free,
Yep.
and an actuator rod. Main gear, obviously not damaged, not sitting at a funny angle. The main tyre, no creep. Tyre's in reasonable condition. And the brakes. Disc brake, you've got a disc with reasonable beat on it, as with the brake pads, and there are no obvious hydraulic leaks. Hydraulic fluid is very bright red.
You can see it, yeah?
You can see it. I'm not going to sample any fuel. If we'd taken fuel, or if it was the first flight of the day, I'll take a little sample out
Okay.
of that. The fuselage condition, damage, looking for tears and dents in it, no
Any of these
driven into it,
things
no loose rivets, no fretting. Tailplane, likewise condition, no one's driven into it, no damage.
A little bit of
Elevator, movement, free movement. Hinge bolts, you've got 2 here, 1, 2, 1 in the middle, there, and then 2 on this one.
Cool.
Bell crank, cable operated from the controls. I'm just checking that the controls, they are attached. Once again, bolts, nuts and safety split pins in place. The elevator trim tab, just checking it's connected.
Just one connection, is it, under
One
there?
connection,
Right.
Rudder, full of three. Got 3 rudder hinge bolts. Can't quite see the one at the top, these two are fine. Once again, they're connected by a bell crank via those cables to the rudder pedals. 2 rollers, just checking they're all 3. Actuating rod. Port aileron, full of 3 movement. And once again, 3 hinges. With the hinges pins safety in place. 1 actuating rod and 3 balance weights. And we've got the port wingtip, nav light, leading edge, no one's driven into it. And on the port wing we have the store warner vent, the fuel tank vent, just checking they're all clear, and the pitot head, just make sure that's clear. Port fuel tank for a minute. Parking brake, well we don't have a parking brake, someone pulled it out of the panel, so I'm just going to hold it on the toe brakes, yeah?
Right at the top of the...
So that's it. Circuit breakers in, that's all these down here. There's one out that's been pulled out, it's the beacon, which is because it's US. Radios and electrics, so make sure they're all switched off, that's so we don't spike the kit when we fire up. Flight instruments, legible, serviceable. Trimmer, exercise set neutral, so that's full nose down.
Yep.
That's full nose up. If it's nose up, the tab's down. If it's nose down, the tab's up.
Yep.
And if it's neutral, the tab should be in line with the elevator. Yeah. Flying controls, full feed, correct sense. That's down, that was up. That's down, that was up. Push on the left pedal, rudder goes left. Push on the right pedal, rudder goes right. Elevator up, elevator down. Okay. Engine starting. Mixture, 3 movement, set to rich.
Yep.
Carburetor heat, 3 movement, set to cold. Throttle, 3 movement, set in 1/4 inch.
Yep.
Engine's hot, so I don't want to over prime it.
Sure.
Master switch was already on. Okay. Beacon's on, cleared to start. When we start, that light, or when we energise the starter, that light should come on. As it fires, I release the key, that should go out. Next thing I'm looking for is oil pressure.
Okay.
Clear prop! Top right out. RPM set to 1000. Magnetos, dead cut check. I'm just checking each magneto before it gives me a drop. If I get no drop, I've got a live mag. If the engine dies completely, I've got a dead mag. Generator light, high volt, low volt both out. Ammeter is charging. Suction is registering above 3. Flaps, moving the flaps up, checking that they're coming up together. I'm also checking this like the mouse flap indicator gauge there. Radio on, correct frequency set, that's the Bedfordshire radio. Sorry, sound down there. Radio.
Not anymore.
There. Okay, I'm just going to get us away from this.